Well, hi there, everybody. Good morning. To meteorologist Travis Klineski arrived bright and early on this Thursday morning. If I can get my days right here, I'm going to draw in something real quick here, and that is where the clouds actually are. So this is kind of where our cloud clear line is right now as of the time of this recording, just shortly after 7 o'clock. So most of these areas are filled with quite a few clouds now. So Futurecast is actually clearing things up a little bit more than what we're actually seeing in reality right now. Now, we are going to get some clearing today, but northern Nebraska maybe not as much, especially to the northwest as new clouds roll in. And here comes that snow chance that kind of begins this morning and gets going a little bit more this afternoon. But the bulk of the heavier snow will fall, if you want to call it heavy snow, is going to fall during the evening hours across northern portions of Nebraska. Now, we aren't going to see a whole lot farther south before midnight. And then once it does happen, it's going to be very quick moving. The other thing, the winds. The winds are going to be blowing out of that north and northeast direction here. They're going to be pretty brisk. So there could be some blowing snow at times. Now we get later in the night, here comes that quick passage of snow, but by tomorrow morning, most of it's gone. And then we'll gradually clear up the skies. Winds will still be blustery tomorrow, and that's going to draw in some colder air. So it's going to be a chilly day on Friday. And then Friday night, we'll see more clearing take place. And this is going to take us into a quiet weekend ahead with lots of sunshine. We'll be pretty cold to start off Saturday, but after that, things are going to get a lot better pretty quickly. So again, snowfall amounts are expected to be highest across northern Nebraska. We could see 2 to 5 inches of snowfall here, with the higher amounts closer to the South Dakota border. And then quickly dropping down to less than an inch of snowfall across other locations. Some places may only see trace amounts of snow. Winter weather advisory will go into place. It starts at noon today here in north central Nebraska. It starts at 3 p.m. this afternoon here. Starts at 3 p.m. Mountain Time here in northwest Nebraska. And all of these locations, it ends at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning Central Standard Time. So that's 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time out west. So it's mostly going to impact northern areas. As for your temperatures out there for today, we're going to top out in the 30s and 40s. Near 40 is an average high in the Tri-Cities for February 15th. We could see some mid-40s to the south and southwest. Overnight lows tonight, mid-teens to mid-20s, maybe some upper 20s in the southeast, maybe low teens off to the northwest. Tomorrow will be our coldest day, coldest daytime highs here, with highs in the 20s and 30s. And then tomorrow night will be our coldest night as we'll dip back into the teens. Some places, in fact, many places, probably wind chills down the single digits. But we begin to see some recovery on Saturday. Highs in the upper 30s to the northeast, especially with that new snow on the ground. The rest of us will top out in the low to mid 40s, and we're only going to get better from there, folks. Right back to our regularly scheduled mild February after Friday and Saturday. We're going to be back in the 50s on Sunday and Monday, and how about lower 60s Tuesday and Wednesday? It looks really, really nice as we get into early to middle portions of next week. We cool back a little bit later next week, but still looking at highs into the 50s for the latter portions of next week here. So we're looking really good out there in the coming days ahead. Let's take a look at some of the long-range models. Here's the North American model. There's the snow in northern Nebraska, kind of peters out as it gets farther southeast, so not much snow is expected. And then pretty quiet heading through the weekend. Let's look at the European model here. Again, here's the snow, northern Nebraska, not as much farther south, lighter snow. And then after that, quiet weather through the weekend. We'll see how things go next week. Not a lot expected next week. Maybe a little bit later in the week here, but not a whole lot of precipitation expected. The GFS model, snow again up north. As it pushes southeast, it's so quick moving, it's not really going to pile up. And then it clears on out of here for the weekend. Most of next week, not a lot of active weather going on here. You can see there's just a few rounds of precipitation kind of surrounding us, but not a lot in our area. So not expecting a whole lot for next week precipitation-wise. Let's look at those temperatures out there. And again, we've got the cooler weather today and tomorrow. Then we start to warm up Saturday and Sunday. Mild Tuesday, Wednesday. Maybe a little bit of a cool down later next week, but the really cold stuff remains off to our northeast. GFS model, if you remember yesterday, if you were watching yesterday, it was going colder than the European model for late next week. Let's see if that's changed. So again, today and tomorrow, a little bit chillier. Warming up on Saturday, warming up even more Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday looking really nice. And then a little bit of a drop in temperatures later next week. But once again, the European and the GFS model are actually matching up quite a bit when it comes to late next week now. Not nearly as cold, so The regularly scheduled mild weather looks to continue as we push to the final weekend of February. So, yeah, looking pretty good out there for these next several days to come. Really, the worst weather's going to be today and tomorrow, and then after that, it's going to get a whole lot better. So, well, that's all I have for you for today. I want to thank you all for watching on this Thursday morning. I'll see you all again on Friday with your latest forecast. Until then, take care, enjoy your day, and God bless. Bye.